Hello everyone, welcome back to my another video. So today we will learn what is the difference between EC02 versus OX10. At first, let me explain. The EC02 is the transaction code which we can use copy plant from the standard one. When we need to create any plant in SAP system, that time we can use the EC02 transaction code. Inside this transaction code, we can copy the plant from the standard one. Another transaction code are there, which is OX10. Inside that one, we can also see the same functionalities like new entries, but the interface is completely different. So sometime I have seen that some fresher consultants or sometime most of the students, they are really confused which transaction code should I use in real time system, and if I use the EC02, so what will happen, and if I am not using the EC02 and I am using OX10 transaction code, so what will happen. So inside this session we will understand the difference between EC02 and OX10, and also we would know that what is the SAP recommendation. That means for the EC02 and OX10, these two transactions already inside the system. Although SAP always suggest or always recommend that always you should use the EC02 transaction code. So in real-time system, you should always the EC02 transaction code. And if you are not using that one, which of the inconsistency may come, let's see inside the system directly. So this is the so the first case, I will create one plant by using the OX10 transaction code. You can also use the SPRO path. So let's see inside the OX10 transaction code. This is the transaction. Here you can see the change view plant directly using the new entries. So say for example, Z any uh, 2, I am going to create this plant. So test plant for OX10 new entries. And I am not going to maintain this information because here you can see that these fields are grayed out. We already know that these are the information which will come from the address address option. That means address window. So here I am going to use the same name, test plant OX10 new entries. Okay. And I am directly using some information here. So we will just click on the save icon. We know that it will store inside the sizing and our plant has been created. But what will happen if we just follow this process in real-time organization or real-time system? So let's understand. Generally, we know that when we are going to create any plant, the information will store inside one table, which is called T001W table. So let's see inside the T001W table. So in this table, this is called plant master table or plant table. Here, if we put the plant code and let's what are the information. Here we can see plant, its description and country and region code only coming. But by using any plant, by using this plant for any transactional data or transaction, we must need some valuation area. We must need valuation grouping code information, right? So here we can see that valuation area is missing because we haven't assigned this plant to any company code or any purchase organization or any other sales organization. So these fields you can see like purchase organization, sales organization fields are blank, valuation area also blank. And now let's see it will happen if we just go inside the SPRO and we will assign plan to our storage company code. Assignment, logistics. Here you can see plan to code. So this data log because this page already open. So we need to come out this page. And now let's see. Here you can see the change. So just going to the standard company code and my plant here ZNE2 and just testing. So I'm not going to see any information. So here you can see that company code 1000, which is standard in system, and my plant I have assigned here. So now if we check the same table, what are the information will be here? We can see ZNE2 is my plant, and here you can see that valuation area has been updated. Okay. So now the next step, if we just go inside the quantity or value update inside the material type, so what will happen? That means we have just created this plan, but if we want to see the quantity or value update inside the standard material type, like suppose ROH or FERT, so that time we can see inside the OMS2 transaction code. So here we will see that quantity and value. See that inside the ROH, say for example, I want to see the quantity and value update. So here you can see the valuation area. Okay. So valuation area is our plant name ZNE2. And suppose I want to see the material type with ROH. So here you can see quantity and value update still not updated. So when we are creating the plant by new entries, so plan by using the OX10 transaction code by new entries. So that time we can see the data behind the valuation area. That means the value update or quantity update still not updated inside the OMS2 transaction or material type. So, and if we also check the valuation grouping code, like suppose OMWD, as we already know that this valuation grouping code is very useful when we are going to configure the automatic account determination. So inside that one, we must have the valuation grouping code, or it is very important for a transactional data or transactional records. So that time valuation grouping code also very useful, very important. But if we just check the valuation grouping code status, so we can see that this valuation area, that means our plant is already assigned with the standard company code, but the valuation grouping code is not there. So this kind of inconsistency or the information, missing information, you will see inside the SAP system when you are using the OX10 transaction code. So now let's see inside the table level. If we want to see this information, if you are not if you don't want to go inside that page, you just directly jump into the table level. So that table level also you can see inside the T001K. This inside this table you can see this information like ZNE2. So here you can see that this company code, but here evaluation grouping code is blank. Okay. If you don't want to go inside the material type and to check the quantity or value update, then you can use the T134M, this transaction code. Here, if you just put your valuation area and the material type, here you can see a value is found. That means inside that one, quantity and value update is not there. If you just put any other plant to check the information inside the table level, suppose I am using 1000 plant. So in that one, you will see that quantity and value update is showing here. So that means if you want to check the impact of the OX10 inside your system, so that time you can use this kind of table. T134M is useful for quantity and value update check. For valuation grouping code, you can use the T001K, and all these things you can see. But but the bottom of the line, we now we can understand that if we are using the OX10, then all those information we need to maintain by ourselves only. Okay. And if we use the directly, we can use the EC02 transaction, and let's see what will happen. We just from the standard one. Suppose we are copying from the standard one, the plant, and we are using the ZNE3 this time. And let's see. Okay, so now we can see that plant, 1000 from 1000 plant, we have created one plant by using the copy functionalities by EC02 transaction T code. Okay, so now if we just go directly go inside the table level to check the all the data is coming or not, that means suppose directly we can check the quantity or value update is properly updated or not. Just put the valuation grouping code, valuation area, say for example ZNE3 this time, and the material type is R. Here you can see the quantity and value update automatically will be updated inside the system. If we want to see the valuation grouping code is updated or not, so 3000K is the transaction code again, maintain some ZNE3 here. Here you can see, yeah, valuation grouping code is there. Okay. We can see, we can check the master, that means plant master table. So here if you put the ZNE3, here you can see that all those things, that means the valuation area already been created, purchase organization, sales organization, all the assignment already been done. So inside the in real time scenarios, when you are doing the EC02 transaction code, only you need to bother about your modification. That means suppose you are maintaining the plant, but it should not be connected with this purchase organization, this sales organization. So inside the configuration, you just maintain or you can just modify these records. But rest of the backend activity, you don't need to bother about those things, right? So it is always suggested, they're always recommended from SAP that you always should use the EC02 transaction code, not the OX10 transaction code. OX10 transaction code is just for maintenance purpose. I have already maintained, I have already here I can show you, or already SAP has released one note where this note where you can see the all the functionalities. Here SAP suggested that use tcode EC02 instead of copy or create new plant. So, and here also you can see this kind of information. Okay, so if you just like this video, or if you think that this video is informative, kindly like and share these videos to your friends. And if you are new on this channel, kindly subscribe to my channel for more videos. Thank you so much. Also, if you are interested to get the to for any training like S4HANA or ECC, or if you need any support related for the implementation project, like it can be HANA, it can be S4HANA public cloud project. So you can directly contact with my number or in my email ID. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching my video. Bye bye.